Yes, sir. About to play some Black Ops 7. Guess what maps they added? So I told you about Hijacked, right? So you know about Express? Bro, Express was from Black Ops 2.
I'm not judging. There are things I don't know all the time.
Yeah, 'cause fucking I used to love Express. Like I have an old ass video from like 2013 on my YouTube. If all you'd have to do is look up my old name, and like it'll show it. Like fucking, I was fucking people up with the S12. You remember that shotgun? I had like 2 merciless kills. I was going crazy in that game. I was just shitting on boys. I think I died like a total of like 3 times. I was like 36 and 3. I was like, I definitely got to put the highlights of that and put that on YouTube. But you have a good one. Much love. Safety.
I am grateful for Jen, and I think a lot of good is ultimately going to come of this whole thing. So in case I wasn't clear, Scott says he is happily employed, but his LinkedIn has been blowing up. And, quote, it's hard to ignore good opportunities, so he is reading the message a little bit. But again, happily employed. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny News. In this morning's GMA First Look, banned by the NCAA. There's no other way to say it. Like, you got caught. And now you're living with the consequences. University of New Orleans college basketball player Sequavius Hunter found to have been manipulating his on-court performance to influence the outcome of select games for betting purposes. As Hunter once again, this time he hits the three-pointer. I see some emotion on your face here. Can you explain why? I don't know. If you need a break, you're welcome to take it, of course. This morning, he's telling his side of the story to GMA. How much money was at stake? And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Hunter's story and his message for college athletes everywhere. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reed, ABC News, Los Angeles. Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant. Can bring sparkles to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Streaming live to start your day. This is Good Morning Buffalo.
Hi, Good Morning Buffalo, and happy Victory Monday coming up. Things were a little shaky at first, but the Bills pulled out that big win over Tampa Bay. We're going to dig into the historic day for QB1. A lot going on in that game. Plus, we're hearing from wide receiver Keon Coleman, what he had to say after being a healthy scratch yesterday. And a holiday staple now available. People look forward to this one. 7 News reporter Taylor Anthony covers Niagara County for us. Looks at what goes into Hoover Dairy Eggnog. It is now on the shelves. And we're also helping you make ends meet. You're not imagining things at the grocery store. Things are getting smaller, but they cost the same. Coming up, we'll dig into shrinkflation, what you should look out for with hidden inflation, so you don't waste your money. But first, we're going to take you to downtown Buffalo. City Hall lit red and blue on this Victory Monday. We love to see it. So we're going to help get your day started with traffic and weather together as you're heading out.
Yo, Black Ops 7 brought back EMPs, lit.
Because yesterday, the still were really blowing.
Yeah, we had a peak wind gust near 50 miles per hour at the airport yesterday. We're not going to see that today, but still you'll have the cold breeze to contend with. We do have a winter weather advisory posted for Chautauqua County and Cattaraugus County until 1 p.m. today for a few inches of accumulation, especially along the Chautauqua Ridge. You can see some snow showers coming in off of Lake Erie right now. And we'll zoom into Chautauqua County with that snow from Jamestown towards Harmony. We head into Sherman. We'll go street level this morning along Interstate 86. There's the snow. Snow on Church Street and Hart Street, and Sherman along Route 430 and Route 76 to start off your day. You'll see about 1 to 3 inches of snow before all is said and done in Sherman today. Hey, 30 degrees here in Buffalo. Winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour, so it feels like it's 20 outside. 32 in Batavia, 30 in Jamestown, 27 in Olean. Wind chills in the teens across the southern tier. Feels like 22 right now in Niagara Falls. Like I said, winds were strong yesterday, but you'll still feel the breeze today with winds gusting around 20, 25, almost 30 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for today, here in Buffalo at 8 a.m., partly cloudy skies. A little cool breeze today, partly mostly cloudy this afternoon with highs in the upper 30s. We look at traffic right now, and things are moving smoothly across the area. Here's a view of the 190 by the 198. Pretty light volume going northbound, just a couple of cars southbound as you make your way into downtown Buffalo. Roads are dry with no accidents or disabled vehicles.
Hey, speaking of the 190, if you take the 190 south from Niagara County for the morning, part of the 190 south in Niagara Falls is actually closed after a truck hit the underside of a bridge near exit 22. Crews say they found a lot of damage to that bridge. The DOT is now trying to expedite those repairs. In the meantime, there is a posted detour for drivers.
Allen on 3rd and 3. Only a three-man rush from the Bucks. Allen buys time. He's going to toss it downfield. Open man. Caught by Shavers. Touchdown Bills. That's old-fashioned Josh Allen football.
And we love to see it. Just one of Josh Allen's 6 touchdowns in the Bills' 44-32 win over the Bucks. The Bills are waking up 7-3 on the season after beating Tampa Bay 44-32. It may have been a big score, but there were some bumps, including a couple interceptions from Josh Allen, but he bounced back, getting 6 touchdowns total. The last time he did that was last season against the Rams. He's now the only player in NFL history to have 3 rushing and 3 passing touchdowns in the same game. Our 7 News sports director, Matt Bovee, breaks down the rest of the offense's big plays as the team now gets ready to take on the Texans in 3 days.
Well, you're waking up on this Victory Monday, and the Buffalo Bills are 7-3 following their win yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 44-32 the final. When I think about this game, I think the big story for the Bills and for the rest of the season is that the offense finally woke up. This was something that we have been wanting to see for weeks and weeks and weeks, and yesterday they showed us that when they need to, they can still score a ton of points.
Trying to stay as level as possible, not getting too high, not getting too low, starting off 4-0 and we're the best team in the world, we lose 2 in a row when we're the worst team in the world, and it's like, we don't want to ride that. We just want to stay here, stay consistent, continue to work hard, put together game plans and go out there and execute on game day.
This shows some toughness, which I like. We got to be tough if you want to win. You want to win down the stretch, you got to have an element of toughness about you. I saw some toughness from our team today.
Now what makes this even more encouraging is that they did it without Dalton Kincaid, who was injured. And how about this? Keon Coleman, who was benched for disciplinary reasons after missing a team meeting on Friday. So we'll see if Keon Coleman is back in the lineup in just a couple days. Short week for the Bills as they get ready for the Houston Texans in a Thursday night football game. And guess what? You can watch that right here on Channel 7. From Highmark Stadium, Matt Bovee, 7 Sports.
All right, man, thank you. And as we prepare for the game against Houston, the Bills are still fighting to take back the lead in the AFC East. One thing about Buffalo, the Patriots keep winning. They're now 9-2 on the season. And it's just that they want to take it live to the future home of the Bills in Orchard Park. The Bills only have 3 regular season games left in the Highmark Stadium before the team moves down south to that new stadium. With the clock ticking here, the price to catch a game is on the rise. There are a lot of ways to get tickets, but let's be honest, we're always looking for a deal. You just want to make sure you're being careful. Listen, the bottom line is if you're shopping for Bill tickets on social media, you run the risk of being sick. So there are a lot of things to do, so people try to sell tickets, including Buffalo Bills Ticket Exchange, Safe and Trusted. This is a public group with more than 3,000 members, and the description promises real fans posting real tickets and that admins verify buyers and sellers. So 7 reporter Giovanni Levy actually tried to buy tickets from that group and reached out to one of the admins named Cindy, asking if she could help find seats. She sent what looked like a screenshot of a couple seats, but things didn't look quite right, so he did a little digging, asked if he could use Venmo, but she would only take Zelle or Chime, 2 platforms where once you hit send, you can't dispute the charge or get your money back. Someone's requesting payment through one of those non-traditional methods or through a peer-to-peer payment app. That's also a red flag, and I wouldn't recommend going through with that purchase. So Giovanni looked into the Evans profile, found that she was also in ticket groups for nearly all NFL teams. The bottom line here, while you might get a deal buying through those groups, it's usually better to go through trusted sources, we're told, like Ticketmaster, who at least know what to do. 6:06 this morning, the popular restaurant in Neoma Village is closed for maintenance after ICE confirms it arrested 4 employees as part of what it calls
Bro, the only one trying over there.
Shared with 7 News is making its way around social media. Seems to show ICE officers taking someone into custody in the Elmwood Village. ICE has confirmed that 4 people working at Aguacates on Elmwood were arrested Thursday morning. The spokesperson says they're being held at the detention facility in Batavia. We are dependent upon workers in our community. That's just kind of the reality. So I hope that on a practical level, people understand that. I hope on a neighbor level, people understand like our neighbors. In a Facebook post, New York Attorney John Rivera said what happened was a, quote, direct attack on the values and identity of this community. News are reporting other ICE arrests leading to protests across western New York, including this one at the Walmart on Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga. This was on Saturday in the rain. Protesters said they're responding to reports of people being detained by immigration authorities. And this was Maya Wood, who's the spokesperson for the group, says they were handing out flyers about alleged arrests in Walmart parking lots when police told them to leave.
Our number one goal is to raise awareness in our communities, and that includes this Walmart and the Walmart in Amherst, that ICE have been hiding out in plain clothes in unmarked cars.
This protest was peaceful. When we were there, we did not see any ICE activity or police presence. In 6:08, time now for your morning sprint with the government back open. Normal flight schedules are resuming this morning. The FAA lifting all restrictions on commercial flights imposed during the shutdown. The order was put in place November 7th, impacting thousands of flights, causing cancellations and delays. The FAA says it was done to ease the strain on the aviation system and help manage staffing shortages. All flights in and out of Buffalo on time so far this morning. And it's just breaking overnight, President Trump urging Republicans on Capitol Hill to release files relating to Jeffrey Epstein. Trump talking to Truth Social last night, saying we have nothing to hide. Previously, the president and House Speaker Mike Johnson have tried to prevent a vote on the release of those files. Good Morning America, we're going to have much more on this coming up at 7. A Buffalo man facing up to 25 years behind bars after admitting that he killed his wife with an axe. Police say 47-year-old Antonio Pinto hit his wife, 29-year-old Elizabeth Salazar, with an axe in August of 2024. She was found dead on a bedroom floor in the Rhode Island Street home. She said she was taken in December. This morning, an NFL player is in critical condition after being shot outside a New York City restaurant. Police say Jets quarterback Chris Boyd was shot in the stomach after an argument. Police did not mention the 29-year-old by name. The Jets released a statement saying they're aware of the situation. Boyd has played for 4 teams since he joined the NFL in 2019. More than 100,000 Jeeps are being recalled due to a potential sand contamination which can damage the engine. Stellantis issuing this recall for plug-in hybrid Jeeps, including the Wrangler and the Cherokee, that will notify owners by the end of next month. A heads up for neighbors in the town of Tonawanda, 10 more in Defeat, winter parking restrictions being pushed back until December 1st. The town of Tonawanda says it's because of favorable long-range forecasts and the upcoming holiday. And at 6:09, a new dementia care facility officially opens its doors in Lockhart today, making it the first of its kind in Niagara County. The Remembrance Collective offers half and full day sessions 7 days a week with certified nursing assistants,
I suck with
personal
that
care
fucking
aides,
pistol.
and occupational therapy. We spoke with the Collective president. She says she's hoping this facility will bring some comfort to families.
Hopefully it means that they'll be able to give their loved ones some help, and they'll be able to go out and do things like doctor's appointments or go grocery shopping or take a nap. All these things that you take for granted.
If you or someone you know suffers from dementia, you can reach out to the Remembrance Collective. Leave a link at wkbw.com. So how you know the morning Buffalo, the Bills game meant a lot more than just wins and losses to one family.
They had handshakes that they did every time the Bills scored. Like, it was a whole event.
Kate and I closer together and gave us memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Coming up at 6:45. We bring you the voice of this family from Alabama. They made the trip to Orchard Park to honor their 16-year-old son. How the Bills brought them together. Plus, we're helping you make ends meet with Thanksgiving now less than 2 weeks away. You might notice prices on some staples are a little higher, so we'll help you save money on your turkey dinner. And Eric's walking us out in this morning.
Hey, so far so good on the roads. We're going to be 190 at exit 5, Hamburg Street. Looking at downtown Buffalo, this is very nice right now, and volume is pretty light on the 190 to make your way into downtown Buffalo right now from the southbound. We take a look at our street level map. There's a Sabres home game tonight, so heads up on that. Sabres taking on the Edmonton Oilers. Always neat to see Connor McDavid here in town. That puck drop a little after 7 p.m. Then we'll head further south toward Jamestown High School with some snow coming down in right near the high school this morning. So in Jamestown at the bus stop, there are some snow showers near 30 degrees. Here in Buffalo, partly cloudy. Grand Island.
I can sleep again. You've got a new ally for 24/7 peace of mind. All in one device that's about as small as your car keys. So call and get your Iris ally today. Call 800-376-0845. That's 800-376-0845. Or visit consumercellular.com. Unlike some medical alert devices, the Iris Ally can roam away from home. With GPS location tracking and 24/7 emergency response, we'll connect you with the help you need whenever you need it. That good enough for you, Barbara? You bet. With the Ally, I can get my steps in all over the city. And because it's powered by Consumer Cellular's reliable nationwide coverage, everything you need is in one device.
So it works basically wherever I am. So I feel safe no matter where I go. This thing is so slick. My buddy asked me if it was a fitness gadget. I said, no, it's my freedom gadget.
But that's fine. At just $25 a month for service, the Ally boasts the lowest all-in price on the market. AARP members save even more. Plus, with Consumer Cellular's award-winning customer service, benefits of breed. So what will you do with your Ally?
I'm going to catch a big one.
Never miss a shot.
Make my daughter happy. But I've been doing that forever. Right, sweetie?
Every Ally comes with a risk-free guarantee. So give us a call now and start living life again. With the Ally. No regrets, right, Nancy?
Of course not. Now, is that all you need to know? Because I've got a very busy day ahead of me.
Go get her, Nancy. For a limited time, the best price is even better. Call now and get your Ally for 50% off with code ALLY50.
Enemy UAV
Call 800-37...
Hostiles have the hard point.
You love to travel? Capital One has a reward
what?
credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Hardpoint identified.
My name is John Wesley Harden, and this is my true story as it's never been told.
John Wesley Harden was easily the deadliest gunfighter of all time. That boy needed to be institutionalized. He's a narcissist. He kills without remorse.
From my earliest days, I fought everyone who stood against me in my way of life.
Believe in God, believe in the sun. What Harden did mostly was kill. Show radio. I'm disappointed. Sorry, Harden. Time to go back to this. A man-killer, hunted fugitive, some say the worst bad man that Texas ever produced. Yes, to some he was a hero.
A trail of blood across the Midwest made Wild Bill Hickok wilt like a daisy.
Hardpoint is active.
And galvanized the rebel spirit of Texas. I was always one step ahead of the law.
Locked down. The guild took
Until
the
the day
hardpoint.
the law closed in.
That one was not me.
Wake up, bud.
Legend has it that when John Wesley Hardin was born, a midwife told his father that he's either going to be one of the greatest people of his age or one of the worst. And he said he's either going to be your staff or he's going to bring you sorrow to your grave. And of course, he became the worst of the West. He is absolutely one of the darkest characters this side of Charlie Manson.
I've been accused of killing over 40 men, but I have zero regret.
I've never killed anyone who didn't need killed.
When there was a confrontation with somebody, unlike most people that have no reservation about pulling his gun and shooting them, he just flat didn't give a damn, and he was going to live his life the way he wanted to live it, regardless, and it cost him dearly in the end.
I've been caged in Huntsville prison for the past 16 years, inside the notorious Walls unit.
It was mammoth. It had 25-foot walls around it. There were about 400 prisoners in there. The conditions were terrible. The guards could get away with really anything they wanted to do. And so basically he was part of a group of prisoners that were treated as maximum security threats.
They say what don't kill you makes you stronger. Well, after 16 years on the same gang, I must be Hercules. I believe I become something of a folk hero in my native Texas, and I know I will profit handsomely from telling my story, if I ever make parole.
Unlike a lot of other unrepentant killers, John Wesley Hardin came from a good family background. His father was a preacher. He also studied law. So he's a walking set of contradictions, really.
The name of John Wesley Hardin is ironic because he's named for John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist Church. Instead, he takes that namesake and goes off on a different path.
To understand John Wesley Hardin, you have to understand what Texas Reconstruction was like.
He was a product of the Old South. He was born prior to the Civil War. He had his childhood through the Civil War and was influenced by all of the things that he was hearing. Texas was a Confederate state, and so that's the way he grew up.
Kill confirmed.
I saw Abraham
Secure
Lincoln
the
burn
mission
his
area
gun to
and
pieces
all
in effigy so many times that I used to believe he was the devil incarnate. He was waging a cruel and relentless war on the South to rob her of her most sacred right.
Blackops took the lead. Do not let them keep it.
I was a crack shot by the time I turned 12. And I tried every chance I got to sneak away and join the rebels.
Johnny! For a lot fight, Paul. You're too young. You wonder if he had served 1, 2, or 3 years as a soldier on the battlefield and experienced the chaos of the battle. Would he have become the man killer during the 1870s? There were hundreds of other young men who grew up in the same situation, the same environment, who did not become killers of men. John Wesley Hardin had some different spark in him. Call it chemical imbalance. Some caused him to become more violent. John Wesley Hardin first admitted killing somebody when he was 15 years old.
It started as a wrestling match. Me and my cousin against one of my uncle's ex-slaves, a fella named May.
We are falling behind.
He was big enough, of course, but we done together, we take him.
Doctor! Where's me?
He made me look inferior. And there was no
Harden really took offense at the fact that he was vested by a market and kind of showed up all of those values that he had in him.
He had a certain personality where he hated to lose, and what bigger loser was there at this time than the Confederacy?
Focus. Hostile
If he
scout
lost,
pulse
he
nearby.
saw this as an insult. He decided that he would answer any type of threat to the Southern position with violence.
Enemy dog established
Hey,
on your
John?
grid.
John, what are you doing? In his autobiography, he makes it sound like he defended himself against Mays because Mays was gonna beat him with his stick. That was the first man I ever killed.
May lived long enough to be taken back by family. He gave his account of what happened, and he said he never went after Harden.
What is probably more likely was after what happened was that he stalked Mage, and this would be just, John Wesley Harden getting back for this perceived slight and killing him.
Skewer release detected.
Reverend Harden was fearful for his son to stand trial. He felt that under the current political situation, no white person could get a fair trial if they had done any injury to a black person. He did not indicate that there were some evil. While most of his neighbors would have supported his actions, the government and the criminal justice system, which were in the hands of the Unionists, would see this as a murder, and there's a good chance that he could hang.
Hostile skewer inbound.
I became a fugitive not from justice,
Enemy scout
but
pulse
from the
active.
injustice and misrule of those who subjugated the South.
Yeah,